Hi, everybody. I am excited to be here and a little bit nervous, but I think it's going to be good. I want to share with you this week what I have learned and what my spark is. First, I want to talk a little bit about what I've learned. Last week, we had the interview with Christy, and that got me thinking about the people that are in my life and how they inspire me or sometimes they hinder me. And in Leslie's course, she talks a lot about never giving up and finding people that will encourage you on your journey. And I was listening to the book by Brené Brown, Atlas of the Heart. And I love that book, by the way. And I suggest everybody should go out there and read or listen to some of Brené Brown's books. This is the second book I've tried listening to, or that I started listening to. The first one was The Power of Vulnerability, which was very inspiring to me. But Brené Brown, she talks about when her children start school, she tells them, or even when they're like in high school, she tells them that you need to find people that are going to protect your fire. And in doing that, you're going to look for friends that are going to protect you. So the fire that she was talking about was your inspiration, your go-to, your excitement, the people that are going to protect you and watch out for you when you are confident and they get excited with you. And I found that very interesting because she said it was like a fire. You've got your fire going and your friends come around you to protect it. And she said you don't want the wind blowers in your life, because those people come in and when you get excited, they try to tell you things to put out your fire. And I thought a lot about that because as I have gained confidence in my teaching, as I've gained confidence in losing weight and in other aspects of my life, I have noticed and been very surprised by the people that want to put out my fire. And I think a lot of them wanted to put out my fire to humble me. Maybe they thought I was showing conceit. And I talked a little bit about that with Christy last week, what the difference between conceit and confidence is. And conceit is focused on yourself, and confidence is you focus on other people. Well, there are people, some people call them haters, and they don't like your confidence. And I've been very surprised to find out that some of my very close friends have been people to want to put out my fire. And when Brené Brown said that you want to get people that are going to surround your fire and protect it, I was like, wow, oh my gosh. It opened my eyes to a lot of my friends and how they are around me and with me. And it made me think about, what kind of person am I? Am I the kind of person that helps fire people up, like get them excited about their excitement? Can I be as excited to catch their jackrabbit as they are? And I'm referring to the jackrabbit because of the jackrabbit factor, which is what Christy Lee was talking about last week in all three of her videos that she did with her friends. But I wanted to know, are you the type of person, can you get excited when somebody is excited? I had a friend, she told me, Lena, I found my jackrabbit. I know exactly what I want. And you know what? I was so excited for her. And she still doesn't know exactly what it looks like, but oh my gosh, how exciting. Can you be excited for somebody when they get their goal, when they find their confidence, when they are reaching for what they want to be? Can you be excited for them? And if you're not excited for them, are you jealous? Brene Brown also talked about jealousy and, oh my goodness, I just lost the word. It'll come to me. But she talked about jealousy, resentment. So when something good is happening to somebody, can you be excited for them, or are you jealous of them, or are you resentful to them? Something very interesting to think about. And, I didn't know until I listened to that book by Brene Brown, the difference between jealousy and resentment. And I find that very interesting. Something to think about. Something to think about in your own life. So what do you do when you have those people that are your wind blowers? What do you do when you have those people that want to crush your dream? Because I'll guarantee you it's going to happen. And it would be very surprising at who those people are. And it's very surprising to find out that they're jealous of you. And they don't necessarily not want you to succeed, but they don't want you to succeed more than them. And it's very interesting to think about that. So now what do you do with those people? Are they people you still want in your life? Leslie said in the Mindset Mastery course that I've been taking, she said that sometimes you need to just let them go. Well, sometimes those people you can't necessarily let go, like you work with them, or maybe they're a family member and you're going to end up being with them at some point in your life. So you might need to set boundaries, and you might need to be straight up with them. I've had to be very straight up with a few people and be like, nope, not going to do that anymore. You can think whatever you want, but I'm not going to do that anymore. You're not going to put out my fire. You're not going to make me feel like my success is your failure, because my success is not your failure. My success is my success. If you want to be successful, then you need to figure out how to do that. So you have to set boundaries, and you have to be straight up with them. A lot of people, they don't give me a hard time, but they're like, wow, you're straight up. And I'm like, I am. I try to give people what I expect. Be straight up with me. Tell me how it is. But when you start setting boundaries, be prepared for them to not want to be around you. And that might be hard, especially if they don't want to be around you because of their jealousy. But you know what? Do you need that in your life? Nope, you don't need that in your life. And Leslie says, wish them well, and then other people will come into your life. People that want to protect your fire, people that want to join in your fire And they want to be just as excited and get that goal as much as you do. So, along with people in my life, I need to wish some foods well, and I need to let them go. One of my sparks this week was looking at the foods that I eat and learning to eat foods that are best for my body. That is something I have been striving for. And I realized this week that when I find a food that's not good for my body, I need to wish them well and tell them bye. Not going to be easy. I like cheese. I like cheese a lot. And so what is that telling me? You know, my whole life I've been saying, but I love ice cream, but I love cheese, but I love. Well, when that doctor told me you need to get rid of milk products, there was a part in my brain that was like, he's right. He's right. That food is not helping my body function at its highest level of empowerment. I know that about sugar too. Sugar's not an easy one for me to get rid of. But I've been telling myself that I don't eat sugar anymore. And every once in a while, I still have a little bit of sugar or I do some sugar. But I'm starting to learn in my mind that it's best for my body to not have sugar. So that's the goal I'm working for. And I know sometimes we're not supposed to give up on everything. But what if I tell myself, sugar does not serve my body well, instead of, I love sugar? What if I said, sugar is not serving my body well? And it's not. And the same with milk products and possibly flour products. So as I start on this new journey, and as I'm learning to find the foods that are best for my body, I'm learning to say, instead of I'm getting rid of that, I'm wanting to say, I'm changing the way that I feed my body. I'm changing the foods that I eat. So that is what I've learned this week. And I've learned that you can do anything that you set your mind to. I've actually always believed that, but now I'm learning how that pertains to weight loss and my food. And I know that anything is impossible. Sorry, anything is possible with God's help. And that is one of the things that I am learning to do. And I will talk to you guys next week.